knight f3, white goes knight f3, knight c6, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knight c6, e3, e3. Since the pawn has not been moved to the center, we may still regard the advance as pawnless in our sense. Okay? e5, e, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, e5, knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4, d5. Okay, now the faultiness of white's development may be seen. Okay, so it says the faultiness of white's development may be seen. White's development may be seen. The black pawns have a demobilizing effect. Okay. Fifth move. Bishop b3. Bad at the outset. A piece moved twice. Okay. Fifth, d4. And white is uncomfortably placed at any rate from the point of view of the player with little fighting experience. Okay, so this is what he's talking about. So this is one example of a breaking of a pawnless advance. Okay, so white made a mistake over here. He started the game. He forgot to advance this pawn. In the beginning, it's always smart to advance your two pawns. This pawn is not advanced, as you can see, and the black pawns are very advanced, and therefore white is in trouble right now. Okay? So it's very important to advance your pawns to the center, or else you are in trouble. Okay? The mistake over here is white did advance his e pawn, but it would have been smarter if he advanced his d pawn also. He didn't advance his d pawn, right? He went too quickly. He went too quickly, folks. A pawn move must not in itself be regarded as a developing move, but merely an aid to development. Bishop c4. It says bishop c4. All right, excuse me. Let me start this one more time. Okay. So white's a pawn is at a3, so this is going to be a3. Oh, right here. That was my mistake. Right there, okay. But he doesn't have the rook. So here, Nimzowitsch is playing against a amateur, and he is starting without a rook, okay? I'm assuming he said, I'll start without a rook because you're an amateur. Of course, he didn't say that, but that's why he did. Okay. So, there you go. But he wants his pawn to be there. All right. So, Nimzowitsch goes e4. e4, okay? Amateur goes e5. Second move. Knight f3. Knight f3. Okay, knight c6. Knight c6. Okay. Third move, bishop c4. Bishop c4. Bishop c5. Okay. Fourth move, c3. Okay. Knight f6. Knight f6. Okay. Fifth move. d4. Exchange. d4. Sixth move. C takes d4. Okay. Bishop b6. Okay. Black has not lost the center. And in addition, by neglecting to play the fourth move, d6, he allows white center too much mobility. Okay, so let's see. What is the definition of mobility?
Mobility means the ability to move or be moved freely and easily.
Okay, so yes, now white, to be, I like to simplify things. All right, so white, as you can see, can easily, is more, like white could easily, has more freedom in the center to move around in the center. And remember, the game is all about controlling the center. So now white has more freedom in the center to move around. Okay? His development may therefore rightly be described as pawnless, or more strictly, one which has become pawnless. His being the black, okay, the amateur. So Nimzowitsch played this game, and as you can see, black was more aggressive, but he did not develop his pawn right there. So that's called being developed pawnless, which is not a good idea, as you can see, because it gives too much freedom to the white to, control the center. Okay? Okay, so honestly, I did not know, that I knew that I'm supposed to control the center, but, maybe sometimes I started the game by being aggressive, just like black has. But he's saying make sure you don't become pawnless center. Okay, anyways. So the seventh move, d5, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, d5. We should have a white pawn here. d5. Okay, that's the seventh move. Okay, so knight e7. Knight e7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. e5, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Knight e4, A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4. Knight e4. Now we are at the ninth move. d6, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so C takes d6. Okay. 10th move, exchange d6. Knight takes f2. A, B, C, D, E, F. 1, 2. Okay. Knight takes f2. 11. Queen b3. Okay. And black, who is completely wedged in by the pawn on d6, succumbs to the enemy assault in a few moves, in spite of the win of a rook. Okay. So what is the definition of wedged?
As a noun, it means a piece of wood, metal, or some other material having one thick end tapering to a thin edge that is driven between two objects or parts of an object to secure or separate them. Do you want to hear the next one?
So he's forced. He's wedged in right there, as you can see. His king is kind of wedged in, okay? So, where are we? So knight takes h1. Whose turn was it? Okay, 12th move. 12th move, Nimzowitsch simply takes that pawn and checks. King has only one move. Okay? King only has one move. Okay, bishop g5. D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bishop g5. Bishop g5. Oh yes. So the bishop is supposed to be here, and the black's knight is supposed to be here. Okay. And this is when black
decided to resign. And this is another example of Nimzowitsch playing against an amateur, and the amateur having a pawnless advance. Why is this advance pawnless? Because this pawn right here was not advanced. Okay? So that pawn is very important to advance, to move, especially in the beginning first two moves. Or else things like this could happen. Okay? And now if you look at the board, it's a you could analyze why the black has resigned, okay? There's nothing he can do. All right. Okay. So it follows from the rule given that pawn moves are only admissible. All right, so let's get back to reading. So it follows from the rule given on the previous page that pawn moves are only admissible in the development stage when they either help to occupy the center
or stand in logical connection with its occupation. A pawn move which protects its own or attacks the enemy's center, for example, in the open game after e4, e5, either d3 or d4, now or later is always the correct move. If then only the pawn moves designated above are allowable, it follows that moves of the flank pawns must be regarded as loss of time. With this qualification, that in close game the rule applies to only a limited extent, since contact with the enemy is not complete and the development proceeds at a slower tempo. To sum it up, in the open game, speed of development is the very first law. Every piece must be developed in one move. Every pawn move is to be regarded as loss of time, unless it helps to build or support the center or attack the enemy's center. Okay? Therefore, as Lasker truly observed, in the opening, 1 or 2 pawn moves, not more. Okay? So when you are starting a game of chess, let me put a new analysis over here. Reset. No, not download. Okay, so when you are starting a game of chess, make a couple of pawn moves right like that. Advance your pawns. Okay, it could be here too, as long as it's logically connected with the center, or occupying the center, or helping your minor other pieces develop. Make a couple of moves like this in the beginning, and start developing your minor pieces. Or else you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time, and losing your time means you are losing momentum. Okay? Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video, edit it. Well, I put